Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2.
Okay, we're live and direct. Live and direct, man. I did a Logic Pro session this morning. And do I feel good? Yes, I feel good. Let me tell you, I feel good. I feel really good about the way that went down. I feel really good about the way that went down. I mean, I couldn't be happier. Same thing with the previous one. The next project is called Perfect Opportunities. The B-side is called Blood Boil. Blood Boil is really angry. I've been talking about what that concept is about here on this channel, spiritual attack. The devil's busy, people. He's blocking blessings. He's doing all kinds of things. But I recently come to find out, not just the devil blocked my blessing. It's the Lord putting me through a training ground. You might want to call it a training ground procedure. Training ground. I'm not even really as upset as I was a little while ago, because I realized I'm in a training ground. Preparation. There's a purpose for your pain, people. There's a purpose for your pain. It's preparation. Anyway, I did this Logic Pro session. I recorded it. I uploaded it to YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. You'll find it there. It's called Perfect Opportunities. Vocal hook track, robot vocal, vocoder. It's lit. It's really lit. Gotta tell you, it's one of the best things I've done in a minute, and so is the B-side, Blood Boil. I might want to put some promotion dollars behind this project, because if I do, I could wind up on tour. I could wind up with a booking agent or something like that. So even though I'm very leery of paying people to do my promotion, extremely leery, because I know this world is super demonic, and I'm like the enemy of the world. As a Christian, and I'm an enemy of the world. And I don't know if I can find someone I can trust to promote that legitimately. I just don't know if I could do it. But it might be worth a try anyway. In other news, after I recorded the song and uploaded it to YouTube, I went to one of my favorite little restaurants over there in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills Grill. I went there, sat at the bar and ordered some short rib tacos. They were delicious. I gotta tell you, people, you gotta watch out for these restaurants, because they'll upcharge you. They tried to sell me on this wine. I was gonna get a Malbec. They wanted to sell me on a rootstock Cabernet, like it was super awesome. I tasted it. It didn't taste much better. I said, okay, I'll go with that since you recommend it. Do you know they charged me $27 for this glass of wine? For a glass, baby. $27 for a glass. And I Googled it. Plum Market is selling that same wine for $20 a bottle. So when you're at a restaurant, make sure you ask how much the drinks are. Because these places are struggling and they're trying to stay in business. And sometimes the only way to stay in business is to upcharge people and, you know, quadruple or triple because everyone's not a wine expert or a sommelier. So they know they can take advantage of people. Be careful when these restaurants. It's happened to me. It happened to my friend, two of my friends. We were at Bosco a couple of months ago. Had a little high school reunion type thing. And one of my friends ordered some tequila. And when he got to get his check, he was like, them 3 shots were $99. I was like, are you serious? The hell kind of tequila was that? And then another friend of mine who was with us that day, he was at a bar at the Westin Hotel in Southfield. He had some tequila. He was like, these damn shots are $30 each. I was like, are you kidding me? They're upcharging us. They're upcharging us, you know? Because they know that everyone's not an expert and they think we're all rich. I mean, if you're eating at a restaurant, they assume you got money, so they want to take it. I just encourage you to be mindful at these restaurants. Ask questions before you order something. Always ask questions before you order something. Because once you drink it, you got to pay for it. There's no rule that says you can't charge 3 times the amount for a glass. There's no law. There should be, but there isn't. There's no law that says you can't charge $27 for a $10 glass of wine. But they do it anyway. Once you drink it, you got to pay for it. Anyway, what else happened? After I left there, I went to the Ferndale cat shelter because I'm thinking about getting a cat. I feel like I need some company. I'm not lonely or anything, but I feel like a cat would be a cool thing to have around the studio when I'm making music and DJing. I had some really nice cats there. They all seemed well behaved. Like most of them were sleeping in the middle of the day. They weren't running around acting crazy. They were all sleeping. I'm like, well, I could work with that. If you're not running around acting crazy, chewing up everything, maybe I can work with that. So that I might want to consider getting a cat. Man, I can't believe how good these Logic Pro sessions panned out. They panned out really nicely. I'm so happy. Both of them are equally hot. The track Blood Boil, banger. It's a banger. And the Perfect Opportunities track, it's a house music banger as well. Man, I'm so happy. I just hope the Lord hurries up and ushers in my destiny because I'm in a training ground situation. Training ground. I thought he was tormenting me or something, but I've been talking about this situation. I've been trying to wrap my head around this situation for about 6 years with this girl, man. I've been crushing on this girl for like 6 years. It's been nothing but disappointment with her, though. Nothing but disappointment. Either I disappoint her or she disappoints me. 100% of the time. And I can't even explain that. I don't hate her. I don't think she hates me, but maybe she does. She's this super gorgeous girl, and then, you know, but what if you can't connect with her? What's going on? I can't connect with her. I'm looking for some other opportunities. We had a few past few days. Perfect Opportunities. That's what that single is about. It's about meeting other women. I don't know what the Lord's going to do. Is he going to work it on out? Or what's he going to do? I really don't know. My problem is I always go for the 10s. I always go for the 9s and the 10s. Right? Maybe that's not always the thing I should be doing, because I'm pretty sure I'm like a 7.5 or an 8.5. Pretty sure. No more than that. On a good day, about an 8.5, maybe. But if I can really, you know, I could probably manage to win the heart of a 9 or a 10 if I'm meticulous and prepared and I got my ducks in a row. Which ain't the fucking case, by the way. So I don't even know why I thought I could get with this girl. She's probably way too fine for me. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. She's super fine, bro. Super fine. Doesn't matter. She got a boyfriend now. She got a boyfriend. Somebody else is banging her, probably. Somebody else is most likely banging her. Which means I gotta keep it moving. Gotta keep it moving. Wow, did you see this? That was lit. Okay, well, all the news I have. I love this game. I love this game. I really love this game. It's really cool. Oh, in other news, I got analog fever now. I want to go back to my original vision for my studio, which is to get the Behringer 2600 and another synth from Behringer, stick it in a rack and stick it right next to me to my left here. I still have the rack. I bought the rack from a guitar place in Ferndale for 75 bucks. And I still have it, but the 2600 I bought didn't work. So I returned it and I bought another 2600. That one didn't work either. Come to find out, they needed a firmware update. The guy at Detroit Modular said, I updated the firmware, it works fine now. I'm like, are you kidding me? By that time, I was fed up. I didn't want nothing to do with it. However, the Model D is sounding so good in my studio. It's the best synth I have. Of all the software synths I have, it's the #1 best one, by far. No comparison. And it makes me want to get at least 2 more. So I'm back to thinking I want the 2600 and something else to go with that. And I'm pretty positive I'm going to pull the trigger on those very soon. Just do the firmware update, right? And make it happen. Because what do I stand to lose? About $1,000 bucks. What do I stand to gain? Making the hottest music I've ever made in my whole life. Making the hottest music I've ever made in my whole life. That's what I stand to gain. I think it's worth the risk. I do think it's worth the risk. I definitely think it's worth the risk. So we're probably gonna probably pull the trigger again for the third time on that situation. We'll see what happens. And I must have spent $500 on clothing in the past 2 weeks. Can't spend $1,000 on a synthesizer setup. Why can't I do that? Right? That way I'll be looking good and sounding good. You know? Why would I want that? Looking good and feeling good, Lewis. Oh, the Model D is still turned on. Let me turn this off real quick. Yeah, that thing sounds amazing. We got to get back to another race. I know things are going to work out for me. Don't worry about it. Trust me. My destiny is etched in stone. Etched in stone. It's etched in stone. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I like the music. I am so blessed to have this PS4, I'll tell you that. Nice. Now, I may be pulling trigger on that 2600 like tomorrow, or maybe even tonight. Maybe even tonight. I'm telling you, all I have to lose is $1,000 bucks. The only thing I have to gain is making the hottest music I've ever made in my whole career, ever. It's worth the risk, by far. I'm thinking about the Behringer 2600, and I'm thinking about the one that's a model of the Oberheim. What's it called? The white one. It's relatively new. The white one. It's a polysynth. It's like $400 bucks. That's what I'm thinking about. Either that or the Cobalt Expander. I was trying to tell my mom, it's worth the risk because the Behringer 2600 is a clone of a synth that back in 1971 was $2,600. Back in 71, that's the year I was born. That synth came out in 71, the same year I was born. It was a $2,600 synth back then. They're selling it for less than $500. It's a no-brainer. As long as it works, it's a fucking no-brainer. The Oberheim, the Cobalt Expander, that's the original version of that, the non-clone version, 10,000, 11,000. You can still find those on eBay and Reverb. They're asking 10,000 for that synth, bro. Behringer is cloning it and selling it for $250, and it sounds exactly like the original. Now, albeit probably not the same quality, but if you get one that works, you're kind of got it. You got a dream synth there. You literally got a dream synth. So I'm thinking about pulling the trigger. Man, I'm running my mouth today, but I'm excited. I'm excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Isn't that what the Southfield Jayhawks cheerleaders used to say? Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. That's what they used to say. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be excited. I'm dead serious, people. I'm about to pull the trigger on these synthesizers. I already downloaded the Behringer Synth Tribe app. That's the app that does all the firmware updates. I already downloaded it. It's a free download on the App Store. excited. Be excited. I gotta make a track like that. You dare me to do that? Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Imagine a tech house track that sounds like that. We're gonna do that shit. Put that on a release schedule. Put that on a release schedule. It'll blow up. No time flat. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be. Don't you think that'd be an EDM hit? You produced it right? I got the formula too. I got the formula. Side chain the bass line to the kick. Be excited. Be excited. I'm drunk driving. That's the problem. Be. I had some wine at Beverly Hills Grill. Be excited. Be excited. I might do that shit tonight. I'm putting that shit on the release schedule. Don't tell nobody. Too late. It's on the internet. Be excited. I'm gonna record it just like that too. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Drop the kick and the bass in. It's a hit record. Promise you. I'm putting that shit on a release schedule. Don't tell nobody. I'm putting that shit on a release schedule. That might be the next record I drop. Do that shit tomorrow. Guess what? I already mastered Perfect Opportunities. I already mastered it. It's mastered on the desktop. I forgot to do the car test, but the car test and the DJ test, boom, it's done. It's about to get lit up in this place. Never be a drunk driver, people. You wind up in the bottom of the river. Be excited. Be excited. And put your mouth really close to the mic so it sounds crazy. You hear the bass tones in your vocal cords. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. I'm telling you, it's a hit. I got to do it tomorrow or somebody else will steal the idea. I guarantee you somebody will steal that. Somebody already stole one of my ideas. I literally got to do that tomorrow. It's going on a release schedule. I'll do the artwork tonight. Because this is going to get produced tomorrow. Perfect Opportunities is 2 sessions on each track. And I'm pretty sure it's almost so close to being final. It's basically done. If it ain't done, it's got minor tweaks left. Minor, really minor. So minor that you probably just want to go with whatever I got so I could do the next record. Be excited. Be excited. You guys don't even know where the Lord's taking me. The Lord's taking me to the highest heights. So don't sleep. I just hope he works out my wife's situation pretty soon. I think someone's banging the woman I was supposed to marry. Maybe. Most likely, actually. It's like 3 billion others, so it's no big deal, but... It's like 2 or 3 billion others. The problem is this girl's fine. That's the problem. And she's super talented and all that other shit you want. So, we'll see what happens. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. It'll be better than that, guaranteed. Hey, somebody just passed me? Yeah, if somebody else is banging the woman I was supposed to marry, the Lord's gonna have to bring me another wife. And guess what? She has to be at least as fine as the first chick, or I ain't gonna be able to work with it. Because I'll still be thinking about the other chick. If she ain't at least as fine as the other girl. You know what I'm saying? If you missed out on a blessing, and you get a replacement, the replacement has to be at least as fine as the other one, and that's a tall fucking order. I know the Lord can do it because he almost did it last week. He pretty much did it last week, but I folded. I thought the girl was too old. She's like, you know, my age. I thought my age was too old. I wasn't realizing. What the hell are you doing? That's exactly what you need, dumbass. She kind of looked like the first girl 10 years from now. That's what she looked like. The first girl 10 years from now. This is what the fuck she looked like, basically. Which is exactly what the fuck I need. Because if the first girl was 10 years older, we'd probably be together right now. Unless this is just a pre-planned tribulation that the Lord has like pre-planned. And he's purposely doing all this like sabotaging shit. Which I think is what's happening. I think he's purposely like temporarily cursing the situation. I really think he's doing that. Or maybe not, because he might be banging somebody. Which I can't work with. I'm a Christian. I can't date girls who are sexually active. It's not an option. If you're banging somebody else, the well is tainted. It's totally fucking tainted. I don't want nothing to do with that. And guess what? I think that's what's going on here, so might as well move on. Might as well move on. Might as well move on, bruh. You gotta move on. Why am I talking so much? Why am I talking? I'm excited. That's why I'm talking. I'm very excited. Man, I should have talked to that girl at Plum Market. I'm going to Plum. I'm going back there for a wine tasting tomorrow, though. What if she shows up? I'm going to the wine tasting at Plum Market tomorrow. What if old girl shows up? Because she was there last week. Maybe she'll come to the wine tasting. If she is, I'm getting her number. Darn, bro. You know what I might do? Like a crazy man? Better wait. I could do a Logic Pro session and be excited tonight. If I can get the artwork done tonight. Because somebody's going to steal the idea because I've already leaked it on the internet. You know what that means? Someone might see it and steal the idea. It's a good idea. Someone might see it and steal the idea. It's a good idea for the festival scene. It's a darn good idea. It's a darn good idea. I wonder if the Lord will bless me if I jump back into the lab tonight and recorded this Logic Pro session for Be Excited. If he does, he's in super duper blessing mode. Super duper, because I'm really just a crayon or a freaking magic marker at the Lord Almighty making music through me. That's all I am. I wonder if he would bless me with another track tonight. Another Logic Pro. Whoa. I wonder if he would bless me. I wonder. I just wonder if he would bless me. Oh wow, I got vodka in my nostrils on that one. Terrible. Dude, if you don't think I'm going to pull the trigger on a Behringer 2600 and the OBX Behringer, I think they call it the 2XM, 2XM. It's a polysynth. I'm like, I got enough money to do it. It's like probably less than 10% of my net worth. So I'm pretty sure I can make it happen. And I just spent $500 on clothing. I could at least invest another $1,000 in the synthesizer setup. Gotta make it happen. I mean, if it stops working, get something else. There's something else I could get called the IntelliGel Cascadia. It's another 19-inch rack mountable synth. It's IntelliGel Cascadia. It's about 6 U's of rack space, whereas the Behringer is 9 U's. But still, bro, maybe I should get that instead. 1,800 bucks for that, though. Sweetwater has it. 1,800 bucks. Sweetwater has it. Maybe I should get that instead. I think that's less likely to be a faulty piece of machinery, because Behringer is a, I don't want to badmouth Behringer, but they're kind of a questionable company. You know what they're doing? They're cloning synthesizers from the 70s and 80s that have expired patents, which is questionable, like, business. It's very questionable. I mean, it's legal, but in my opinion, it's questionable, especially if you don't make it at least the same quality as the original, and they're not doing that. They're making shit that's questionable quality. If you're gonna do it right, go ahead and do it, and charge, you know, charge $1,500 for the Behringer. The Behringer 2600 should be $1,500 bucks, but they only charge them less than $500 for it. That tells you what their quality situation's about. It's either too good to be true, or you're getting some bullshit. It's either too good to be true, or you're getting some bullshit. And the damn thing doesn't work unless you update the firmware at all. It don't even work. That tells you what's going on with that. It doesn't work the way it's supposed to unless you update the firmware. And I don't see too many posts on the internet about that. Like, you have to really research to find out what the hell's going on with that. It doesn't freaking work the way it's supposed to until you update the firmware. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the Behringer 2600. If it doesn't work after the firmware update, I'll get the IntelliGel Cascadia. Sweetwater has that as well, but that's $1,800. I will pay for it, though, because I'm ready to get bonkers with the analog synth setup. Exit to track selection. Let me shut up. I'm running my trap. But I'm excited. Be excited. Be excited. I feel like a Southfield Jayhawk, and the cheerleaders are cheering me on. They're like, be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. That's what I feel like right now. How about this? We play a couple of video games. We get in the design studio. We come up with a concept, artwork concept for Be Excited. Then we think about actually getting in the studio today or tomorrow and producing a track called Be Excited. That sounds like a hit to me. I don't know what you're thinking, but that sounds like a hit to me.
You've taken the silver medal.
If you're a producer, you don't have at least one analog monosynth in your studio, you're sleeping. I mean, you can make it happen without it, but you're crazy if you don't get one. You're literally nuts if you don't get one, because they sound so much better. That's why I really got in tune with the analog synthesis, and I got analog fever, actually. I'm like, that means you got one synth and you love it so much you want like 3 or 4 more. That's what I call analog fever. I got it. I'm currently struggling with analog fever right now. But it's not a struggle. Just get the shit. Just buy it, because you're going to use it. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. And it's not going to be EDM. It's going to be deep, emotionally charged techno, because I don't do EDM. It's going to be deep, emotionally charged techno. It might be like some Benny Benassi type shit, though. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? I don't pay for that. What happened? That's free money. I don't pay for that. I do all my own graphic design, by the way, for my record label. I'm the CEO, I'm the producer, I'm the mastering engineer, I'm the graphic designer, I'm the promoter, and that's 5 different titles and the 5 different hats I'm wearing as the head of my label, Northside District. El Norte. We come with the North Side. El Norte. I shouldn't say that because I think El Norte is a cartel. I shouldn't say that. They might come looking for me. Looking for royalties. Skirt!
You've taken the silver medal.
I really can't. I've been thinking about it all day, and I can't think of anything better to spend my money on than a Behringer 2600. As long as the firmware update fixes it, and the Behringer 2MX, I think it's called 2MX. It's a polysynth. I could sure use an analog polysynth. Sure could. I still got the stupid rack I bought for the 2600. It's sitting right over there. I spent $75 on it. I got to complete the vision, people. I can't just abandon the vision. That would be against God's code of ethics. When you start something, you have to finish it. That's how the Lord is. You can't just start something and not finish it. God ain't with that. You can't if you put your hands to the plow and look back, you're not fit for the kingdom of God. Also, there's another one that relates to that. You don't doubt as one who beats the air, and certainly you believe to the saving of the soul. And anything that's not of faith is of sin. Anything that's not of faith is of sin. So I got discouraged because I couldn't figure out the damn thing didn't work. But I should have done some research to figure out all it needed was a firmware update. But let's be real, that's questionable. Why are you putting out a synth that don't work unless you have to update the firmware? Why are you doing that? But nevertheless, it's a $20,000 synth for $500. Get it anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's a $20,000 synth for $500. Get it. Damn the fucking firmware update. Get the synth, bro. You're gonna kill all kinds of tracks with that. You're gonna kill the game with that. Hands down. Not to mention your competition. These guys are using synths like that. These guys are using all that stuff. Not all of them, but some of them are. Some of them are using analog hardware. A lot of them are. The guys I like, the people I like, are using analog. And honestly, the people who aren't using analog hardware are kind of the cheesy, tech house people. The really cheesy tech house people. And I like tech house. But I like that deep, emotional, that really hard, banging, analog techno. That's what I like. That's what I like. That's what I like. Stephen Bodzin. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's one of the baddest dudes in the game. He's my age. Killing the game, dude. With the analog shit. He's killing it. And I'm trying to be like a guy like that. I'm not trying to be one of these cheesy tech house guys. I'm going to go down in history as one of the baddest dudes ever do it. Don't mind me. I'm pulling some Smirnoff out of this double shot. Don't mind me. Mix it up with something to mix it up with. Got a damn floaty in my shit. Hold up. Let me get rid of this. Hold up. I gotta clean my water bottle. I got a disgusting floaty in my drink now. I don't know what the hell that is, but I'm just gonna drink around it, so don't mind me. I gotta clean my water bottle. Like, next track to exit track selection. Where we at? Where we at? What do you guys think if I pull the trigger on these synthesizers tonight? Tonight. It's questionable, but I feel like I want to do it. Because guess what? If something happens to the 2600, I'll get the Intelligil Cascadia. I'll spend the 1800 too. I will. I'll spend it. Because I'm committed to this shit. I'll spend it. I'll send it back and say, send me the Intelligil Cascadia and bill me for the difference. Because I'm committed. I'm a committed producer. I'm here for the long haul. This is not no fly-by-night little label. This is some shit that's going to last for all eternity. And I don't want you to think I'm getting gear loss because I've been drinking too much, because I actually got the idea to get the synth this morning, and I was totally sober this morning. I did the Logic Pro stream totally sober. And after I realized how good the Model D sounded, totally sober, I said, I need to get the 2600 and something else to stick in that rack because I already spent the money in the rack. Let's fucking do it. Let's do it. So this is not gear loss from a drunken mind state. This is me really knowing what I need to do here to make my career blossom. Is anybody watching my stream? No, as usual. Somebody will watch. I usually get like 10 to 20 views afterwards. Just, you know, somebody will see it. You guys know I'm shadow banned for being too damn Christian, right? Shadow banned for being too Christian. But at some point, I'm going to make a track that's so hot that the world's going to say, someone's going to hear it. And even though Satan's blocking me and trying to block my blessing, someone's going to hear my music one day and say, whoa, this cat is serious. This is a serious producer. Because that's what I am. I'm a serious producer. I don't really put anything in front of that, really. That's why I need to marry a girl who's on the same, like, level as me. Like, serious. Like, serious. Otherwise, she might just distract me. She might just distract me. I need a chick I can get in the studio with and create with. That's what the hell I need. Otherwise, she's just a distraction to my life purpose and my goals. I can't think of anything else I could spend my money on that would make more sense than this. At all. Not at all. And I got a backup plan too. If that 2600 don't work, I got something else I can use. I ain't playing. If the 2600 doesn't work, I'll drop 1800 on the Intelligil Cascadia. I am not playing. It's a semi-modular, very similar to the ARP 2600, probably more reliable. Probably much more reliable. I should almost get that instead of the 2600, but I'm going to try the 2600 first. Try that first. Bruh. I think I need to play something else. I love this game though. It's a very good game. I get really lucky when I found this game. Look for perfect opportunities to go out within the next 4 to 5 days. It's going to get uploaded within the next 2 or 3 days. It's going to get mailed. It's going to promo mailed out within the next 4 to 5 days. If you want to get signed up to the mailing list, send me your email. That way you get everything free. You don't have to pay for it or stream it on Spotify or whatever. Let's play a different game. Let's shut this down and play a different game. How about that?